guys, and welcome back to Let's Do It ASMR. Today we'll be taking a look at my photography photos and kind of my progress that I have made in a bit. So yeah. Okay, so here is my first couple ever, and these photos are horrible, so just bury your eyes. I took these in JPEG, and I edited them really horribly. It was an overcast day at a park. And for people wondering, yes, I did have permission to share these photos. All the people that I'll show today have signed a model release saying I can post and use their photos in any way, shape, or form. So this one is obviously blurry, like his face is blurry. She's blurry, everything's blurry. Also, this was not like a pose photo. He just climbed a tree. So that's kind of the story behind this. So that's just kind of more of a silly, unplanned photo. But you can see it's really dark and everything. Why can't I go? Okay. It should let me just scroll. Okay, it doesn't want to chat. So they were laughing, as you can see. This is it's so cringe-worthy on editing. Because it was an overcast day, the sky was all bright blowing out. So there's this filter, not filter, but preset that added like the yellow hue. And so I was like, oh, that makes it look better. I don't know why I was thinking that, because now it just looks horrible, and it also gave them a very orange skin tone. You can see kind of some green in her dress. Those type of fabrics, in my opinion, always appear to have green, no matter what. I don't think this is a bad pose or bad bad framing or anything. Like, I like that their hand is in focus and their face is not, which is the goal, which was their thing, like what I planned to do. The thing I hate is the editing. Their faces are super red. It's very dark. I'm not a dark and moody editor. This might work for someone who's dark and moody, but it's very, the highlights are super red, contrasts are super, it's very dreary looking, in my opinion, as well. Then, this was me trying to edit in a sky. It's horrible. Yeah, just horrible. Okay. That's one I don't find horrible. Her face could be a little bit more in focus, and there's a bit of green going on. It is again more dark and stuff, but that's all their photos. But I don't think it's horrible. Same with this, I should have lowered it to get her elbow in frame, but it's not horrible again. I don't think it's my horrible thing. And then we also have part 2, because I did it in like 2 parts of editing. There's this. Like right here, I like the posing. I like exposed, right? And then my editing, I don't really know what I was doing with editing. Yeah. Just, I don't know. I remember I was so proud. I was so proud of these photos, and they came back. I was showing them to my boyfriend at the time, and I was like, look at these photos, these are amazing. And honestly, they were an amazing couple to work with. And I was just so proud of all the photos and everything. I actually still like this photo for the most part. It is again more of the dark, but we were in a darker part of the forest, as you can see, but it's not too dark. I think their faces are a little red, but it isn't too bad. Again, there's a bit of gray in the photo, but can't do much about it. But I do love this pose. They have such good chemistry. They photographed pretty well together. They weren't very awkward or anything. And I actually did them again. But I'll show you now. So this is my best photos right now. So I'm about to be showing you. And we can compare some of their photos, I guess. So this is more of my current, where I'm currently at. It was also in the fall. It's about, it's August to September of the same year. So you can see, the one thing about this is I will say, the grass is a little bit neon, but I think it's pretty good. Obviously there's still a lot I can improve on, but this is my current and I'm very proud of it still. Yeah, the thing about this that kind of blows my mind is that these were both during an overcast, like the same amount of overcast. I really love this photo because they're in focus, and it's such a nice lighting. The thing is that what blows my mind is I know it looks like it's pretty sunny because of her hair, but actually it wasn't. It was an overcast day. Like completely overcast, just as overcast as the other pictures I was showing you. Is like completely identical in terms of lighting, but they turned out a lot different. And here's another one that I'm really proud of, because then you have like the foreground a little bit. They have that, and they have them, and you get some pretty good pictures, I think. Where is it? Oh yeah. This is like one of my favorite photos from their shoot. It's so well lit, in my opinion. And their faces aren't completely red. His face has a prone to get pretty red. So I did have to go in and like brighten his face up in almost all the photos. Which is something I've also acquired because his face is just naturally like red in all the photos no matter what I do. So that's nice. That I know how to take the redness out of his face. Then here's like a redo of the hand. Which I kind of like the framing of the other one, but I like the color. So the color is a lot better. I also really like this one. Well, not that one in particular, but oh, here's this version. It's the same tree, same rock, same lighting. I just know how to use it a bit better and all that. So I really love that one as well. Here's a different angle of that. I think it's this one I wanted. Yeah, it's this one that I like. It's a little bit soft focus. I think my focus was more focusing on these, but it is what it is. Hopefully this video doesn't cut out. It cut out, I was making a Wizard 101 video, and it cut out, saying that my disk was full, and I deleted a bunch of stuff, but then said it again, I even deleted September. Where are you? So as you can see, the before and the after, I think the after looks just a lot more polished. It is as close to them. It's a different angle, but I think that angle works better for them, in my opinion. Because from the angle I'm shooting them more like this way, where this one is more directly on. Like, here's the subject, and then I'm in like this corner, where it's like here's them, and then I was like down here. So I think that works, and because of the angle, it brings in this thing that frames it. So you look at them, but if you don't look at them first, like if you look at here, it will bring you to there, wrap you around, bring you to, or this one, it has some of that, but there isn't really any leaves on there. And it's just, yeah. The funny thing is, besides, it does help that it's rifle. It has a round fall that still allows a lot of green leaves, but it's starting to turn, so I think in general there's a bit more college and foliage, but that's another difference, is in the before picture, I was using a 50mm lens, and this one I'm using a zoom 70 to 200mm lens. I'm not sure my exact like zoomation that I was doing when I was taking this picture, but I was able to stand out so much further and zoom in as much as I wanted, which again gets that more blurry background, and also it compresses the photo, so you get these layers, so you get this layer and this layer, where with the 50 it doesn't do that as much, so you don't get really in foreground like you get here, and then these just kind of blend into the background, where these stand out with your subject, so it's like layer, and then layer, and then layer, and then the background layer, where this is all just kind of like one layer, in my opinion. So using my 70 to 200, I found that I get more it looks like more layers, and the more layers that you have, the better the photo tends to look. And also from the angle that I was taking it, just gave them more light on their face. The one thing about this is that her hair kind of hides her face. I think it works for the photo, but I should have probably made sure her hair was a bit more to the side so you could see a bit more of her face. So that's kind of my first couple, kind of before and after. Let's see. Here. Let's see. What do I want to show now? Oh yes, I'll show you this. So again, this will be another before and after. This was kind of like one of my first families, and the kind of the harsh lighting. It was at bad time as well. Jessica and Mia was their names. Here's like a portrait of her daughter. Again, I was doing weird things with presets and editing and everything. And then here's their game of tag, and it was so overblown. Like, I love this photo. I love how she's frolicking in the grass. It was one of those, like, one in a lifetime, well, not lifetime, but, one of those more rare opportunities to capture it. Her face isn't completely. But what ruined this was, one, I was still shooting in JPEG at this these turned out. They're all blurry and very, like, they were overexposed, I think, originally. But yeah, as you can see. Yeah. I need to get around to making these bubbles are etched in. Yeah. As you can see. Very, like, overexposed or underexposed. As you can see, her skin's very overexposed. That's pretty, yeah, that was like my first edit. And then that was like my second edit. Is not good. I like the posing and kind of the light, but again, it's really weird. I like this photo, but I don't like how yellow I made it. Made it very yellow. Yeah. So yeah, you can kind of see a little bit. That I did redo their pictures, not as a crazy, not be like, I hate these, because I love these pictures. Again, I love those pictures when I took them originally, but I didn't realize how bad I actually was. Yeah. What helped me improve was this photographer called Caitlin James, photography, and she does this course, and I will show you. This is August. Ignore these in here. So this was after watching Caitlin James lighting and location free webinar. She has a course that you buy for like, I think it's $500 or so. But this was after I took the free webinar, like a month after. And as you can see, it's a lot better. I still didn't 100% get the grasp of what Caitlin James was teaching, but they were a lot better. And that was just a free webinar. I'm not sponsored or anything. I have taken the actual course, which I will show you a picture after I completed the course. But look, like, this is not, it wasn't overexposed originally. And I also started shooting in RAW. So this was one of my first photo shoots where I started shooting in RAW. So it completely changed my editing as well, because I could do a lot more if something happened to the photo. So as you can see, it's a lot better lighting. It's not perfect, but it's an improvement. I do like the original pictures with the posing and how they pose and how they acted, but I do like the coloring a lot better. So this was kind of my transition. These are real bubbles this time. They were actually able to get real bubbles. This is a lot better than before, but it wasn't where I'm currently at. It's kind of my transition. Yeah. I did everybody always wants pictures by this river, but it's the worst spot for pictures. Worst spot. So, none of my pictures ever turn out good by this river. I just hate it. Yeah. Here's their game tag. I did it here because the lighting's better than the other location, and I did really enjoy these photos, but I didn't get that signature, like, frolicking through the themes. But yeah, their photos turned out a lot better in my opinion. Like, I'll do some before and after again. I'm going to go here. We will go here. Or I pick an old one. Like, I'll show you a take one. Okay, better here. Because it's easier. Boo. Jessica. Yeah. What was it called? Okay, it's not up there. You guys probably see it and are probably like, God, you're stupid right now. Oh, there it is. It will do. I don't know which one's the best. I guess I'll do this one. It's the closest. And pose. Now, this one probably wasn't the best one. I say this is the best take one out of the 3 take ones. Because they're in sharp. As you can see, the styles are like completely different. This one's more soft, more light and airy. I'm not a light and airy photographer, nor do I want to be a light and airy photographer. Which, as you can see, I'm trying to go for more of a true to life thing. Where this one was a lot more contrasted and yellower and stuff. And very bright. It's in the harsh sunlight, where this was in better lighting. Again, they were the same lighting, coincidentally. It was both like a slight, kind of a slight overcast. It was like a half overcast, half not. But as you can see, in my opinion, the lighting is more even. It's better for your skin, all that stuff. Plus, I think they're sweating profusely in this photo as well, because it was summertime. So yeah, it's getting close to 30 minutes, so I'm not going to dwell too much on a lot of these. We won't get through all my photos, obviously, but now I want to show you just ones I really like, which is Lisa's senior photos. This is a flower garden, and this is after my, shortly after finishing the lighting and location course. And as you can see in a lot of these photos, my lighting is a lot vamped up. This was actually one of my first photo shoots that I started using my 70 to 200 millimeter. The other 2 ones that you've seen with Jessica, both of those were with my 50 millimeter lens. I really like it. Like here's this one, the skin tone's even. She is a very pale person, so just keep that in mind. But I love the layering that it has. This one, I will admit, I used the vignette. I probably did that a bit too much, but I love this one as well. I love them all because it was in a flower garden, so it's just beautiful in general. Actually, sorry, I have like this queen project I'm doing. I actually might just do it here because I love the trees and these plants, like they're on a walkway, so you're not disturbing the plants. And this would be awesome for the queen shoot, actually, so I actually might just do that. I love how tack sharp she is, and the background's super blurry. This is where I definitely feel like a professional photographer, like the other photos I showed you. For the most part, I didn't feel super professional, but this is the first time where I can say, like, yes, I will charge, like $300 or $400 for this set, That posing wasn't very good, in my opinion. I like this. I should have brushed her hair out, but she did kind of like that style as well, where her face was in there. I love this walking. She looks super model-esque. Very beautiful. Yeah. I love this photo. Actually, not that photo. Where did it go? Did I lose it? Where is that photo? There was a photo that was like this, but it was zoomed up. Like this photo, but the circle wasn't cut off. And I don't know where that went. That makes me sad because it's one of my favorite photos. I don't know where I would have put it. Oh pictures. But, so that's why it's a bit weird. Let's look at some things. I also really like this photo with the lines leading towards her. I did not add a vignette, so they're just that dark. I really do like this one again. Probably Jeff had her push her hair bucket. That was kind of her look as well, so. And she kind of wanted it like that for the most part. Yeah, I don't really care for that one. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm at one of my current styles. Oh, I love this photo. She's like that, bam. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of my photo collection. There's more photos, obviously, as you can see. But that's just kind of just where you can see where I'm at now. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a little bit of my photography side of it, and hopefully you guys can watch me grow as a